Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is up.
Welcome. It's another Wednesday. It's another episode of Sports Sushi. Another episode of Sports Sushi today. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. We are here. You're here today in good health and good spirits, man. How y'all boys doing today?
Hey, man, it's all good, baby.
All right, man.
Problem with the wheel on my chair. Y'all see I'm still in the trap, nigga in the background making biscuits. About to sell them on a block.
All right, man. So check it out. We got a good show lined up for y'all today. If you haven't been paying attention to sports, it's going to be we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. If you was hiding under the rock, you know, we're going to talk about your we're going to talk about a lot of things today, man. We're going to cover the tweet heard around the sports world from Skip Bayless.
Bon man. He the bon man.
Yeah.
The bon man.
So we're going to talk, get into a little bit of that. You know, college football playoffs. You know, they happen. Natty is set up, so we're going to get into that as well. But before we start into that, go ahead and get our intros out the way, man. You know, I am the moderator for this show, DJ Slow Boogie. If you're tuned in via live on the Twitter, I think we were on Facebook and Instagram and Twitch as well. So
we are everywhere,
everywhere. Can't get rid of us. Nigga.
Breathe. Look, Sports Sushi. See that?
Yeah. All right, man. So how you doing today, Russ, man?
I'm chilling like a villain. You know what I'm saying? Had good, happy holidays. Hopefully y'all did as well. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? All the new shit. But no, it's been straight, man. Got something wrong with this chair, but you know what I'm saying? I'll live. Got
to get the balance out. How you doing, Sterl, dog?
Man, dog. It's just low on all sides, sports related, dude. Yeah. It's tough right now. I ain't gonna lie. You know, my Wolverines. They beat themselves, man. Russ, shut the fuck up.
I didn't say anything. Hey, man, I didn't say anything. But hey,
you didn't have to say nothing. I saw your face. I saw your face. And look.
Where's the best high school football player?
Oh, God.
TCU
well,
got a lot of them.
That's true.
And TCU got a lot of them.
But I'll feel better if you could just admit. Maybe I shouldn't ask this to Russ. Boogie. Did Michigan not beat themselves, man?
Yes. I have to say that, but I can't disrespect TCU.
I'm not disrespecting them.
I can't discount them, but I will say this: Michigan, they shot themselves in the foot a few times. Big time. Yeah, a few times with a shotgun. So
grenade launcher.
Bro. Yeah. All right, man. Before we get into this, man, we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about college football. But before we get into that, what you got for us, Russ, in this day in sports?
You already know I got you. On this day in sports in 1999, college football had its first BCS national championship game. And for y'all, a lot of y'all that are my age, that's when we really started getting interested in the sport. It was at Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, and it had Tennessee, number 1, not Peyton Manning, but T. Martin, versus Florida State, number 2. 23-16 was the score, and that was Tennessee's last national championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, T. Martin was part of that Brady class, wasn't he?
Can I say something real quick? Yes. Also on this day in sports, there was a guy that claimed in 1887 to bicycle across the world from San Francisco to San Francisco. I call bullshit. But that's okay. But I read that, and I had to let everybody else know that I read that, but I think that's false. They had no video. That's like Wills 100.
That's like Helen Keller flying. Y'all heard that bullshit?
Like,
how are you gonna fly?
And back to sports before we get canceled. Let's get his bags. So college football playoffs, man.
Yes.
Dang.
All right, man. So college football playoffs.
It's like,
concluded.
shut up before you get canceled.
Yeah. All right, man. So college football playoffs have they concluded, setting up the stage for the Natty, and some other bowl games have concluded. So let's get into the college football playoff picture here. So we're just gonna start with the TCU and Michigan game.
Texas
And
football, nigga. Football's
we
better than Texas, nigga.
we touched on it for a little bit with about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, man, TCU advanced over Michigan, pulled the upset, and they are now punched their ticket to play against Georgia in the Natty. Look, man, being in Texas, and I'm gonna say this before I pass it off to you guys. Being in Texas, you've seen TCU get so close, and it's kind of like, and now they are here, and Texas pride is swelling in my chest. It's like this.
Yes.
Damn, y'all are really here. But y'all about to play Georgia. and and you guys know that, I've been a long time Georgia fan. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna defer to the Michigan man. I'm gonna defer to you, Sterling.
Yo, okay, first off,
I'm sorry.
What do we mean by almost getting there? TCU.
Well, TCU, yeah, we almost got to national. I remember back in the day, TCU, whenever the BCU, the fucking BCS had that fucked up system, the little voting system and shit. TCU was always kind of in the picture. Well, they weren't always. They had some
man. They got
in the picture.
The Davey O'Brien trophy is named after a TCU player.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you better respect this 1937, Sterling. You better respect this gangster.
TCU, man.
I knew coming on this show today that I was gonna hear it. And you know what's sad? Russ is supposed to be my dog. You know what I'm saying?
I am.
This nigga be getting on Twitter, and he was just like letting me know what was gonna happen on Wednesday coming up. And that's why I was like, I cannot speak to Russ right now. I can't do it. I couldn't do it, man. I understand the best football is played in Texas, and I get that Texas has speed. And they're almost, as far as speed goes, they're probably right up there with Florida in terms of pure speed. And Texas showed Michigan, and not only Michigan, but the rest of college football, that them boys are fast. Michigan is a ground and pound type of team, but they had no answer for that speed. But I will say this. Jim Harbaugh was outcoached. J.J. McCarthy, 2 pick sixes blew the game, and the defensive coordinator blitzed too much in the second half. He committed too many resources to the blitz, and in the third quarter, I said, son, this is like right when it started first. I said, son, they don't need to blitz. Max Duggan make the throw. Do not blitz. But for some reason, they panicked, and they're sending 0 blitzes, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But that was one of the most entertaining football games I've watched in a long time.
I'm glad you said that, though, because all jokes aside, we saw the same thing. One thing I noticed off the gate, and I even told my homie, I was like, number 6, Cornelius Johnson from Michigan. Throughout the year, if you watch Michigan's play, he was burning folk. He was always catching the ball and running away from people. Cornelius Johnson wasn't running away from people in this game. Like, you could tell immediately that the speed, and I don't think that Harbaugh was outcoached. Now I do think McCarthy. To the victor go the spoils, I guess. So in a way, yes, he was, because you can't get a victory without your coach doing a good job for the most part, especially in college football. But I saw McCarthy, I just saw athletes that were faster, and it looked like Michigan was just like, yo, McCarthy's throwing passes I've seen him throw all season that he get 6, 7, 8 yards. He's throwing them, and the DB's either picking it off or on the dude's back or tipping it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going down. So I think they missed the running back. They couldn't keep the pace of the game slow. The blitzing, I think that the coach had the right idea, but he attacked it the wrong way, because in blitzing like that, you tried to make Duggan make quick decisions, but the quick decision is to find a really big top 5 pick receiver out there in Quentin Johnston. Probably one of the best receiver prospects we've seen in last like 5 years. If you ask me, he's really good. If you haven't seen him, we'll go over that. You know what I'm saying, next week. But it just looked like a team that I think the nation didn't know. I am an Oklahoma fan, so they waxed our ass. So I saw all that you saw Saturday. I've seen that before against a worse team, and it was like 55 to like 3 or some shit. It was crazy. So like I think TCU deserves to be here. I think they got the star power. They got the NFL players on both sides of the ball. So I think Michigan just ran into a faster team. It's hard in college football when the teams get, but no shade, but that's kind of what happens to a lot of the Big Ten schools when they play. Is that speed difference is different in the South.
No, it is. I mean, the speed was evidently there, but
slave
here's my
speed.
problem. Boy, they're running like a loose slave. Hey, let me tell you though,
Django. No, I'm talking
when you run a Philly, you call it a Philly special after a timeout,
bro.
And so that was messed up. And then you went away from I didn't see any trap runs, gap runs. They were running zone. They were just running straight zone.
Yeah, they were just trying to go man on man.
Yeah, and so they weren't prepared. Like you should have known that TCU posed a problem in terms of speed. You played accordingly with Ohio State, who has speed, but you failed to do it against TCU. But TCU's linebackers, all the credit goes to them. Them boys play downhill.
Yes.
I feel like JJ McCarthy made some really good plays, kept them in the game.
Yeah.
Wilson was balling out. So I'm not completely like down on Michigan.
He lost by 6. Like it was a great. A lot of these games have been awesome, by the way. I'll shout out to college football for all the games because we're not going to cover all of them, but I'll just say this now as a person that looked at the games being matched up and was like, like we're getting these matchups, and then I watched the games. Was like, well, then I'll shut the fuck up because these were some really, really good games. But no, I think Michigan I think they just lost by 6. I think they played a faster team, but and I think you underestimate, what Duggan brings to the table.
Oh, man.
Duggan, I like that.
Hey, winner, dog.
Let me tell you, dog. The way he was able to read the blitz and get the ball out of his hands quickly. And stride, not just like, oh, I'm throwing it to an area.
Bro,
he was hitting guys back foot in stride, and it's house call. Like that to me was extremely.
And he's
impressive.
got some extremely quick receivers.
Yeah, they
I
got
say
speed.
quick. They're fast too, but I mean quick. Like they're off the break. They're insane.
The rest blew it to me. It was a lot of like PIs going on. The TCU DBs were very grabby, but I mean. Play that way until the rest call it, and then the touchdown pass, the 51-yarder to Roman Wilson over the middle, that's a touchdown.
Yeah,
that's
it was.
A touchdown. You can't overturn that. So,
and they killed a lot of in-game momentum.
They did. But Michigan lost. I mean, they lost. So
but they played a really, really good game. I know a lot of people are like, you ain't shit when you lose, but no, Michigan played a really good game.
They did.
Yeah, it was a fun ass game to watch, man.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing game to watch.
My son cried. He cried.
Damn.
He cried, man. And it's like
I ain't laughing at your son, but
no. It's like you guys will appreciate this as sports fans. Like every sports fan that loves your team, you gotta go through it. And I told him, I said, you gotta take that on the chin. And that's just how it is, bro. But I was like, I love the fact that you love the game so much. Yeah, I love that.
That's beautiful and very sad way.
Yeah. It does touch the heart, man. It's like when you see the youth, dog, they just, they step into the sports realm. Like I tell you, like my nephew, man, he is a Minnesota Vikings fan, and I thought it was just bullshit until one day they were losing. They were like playing the Jets, and they were about to lose. And his ass was not trying to watch the game. He was not trying to see them niggas lose.
Like, I don't want to see the dead. You gotta watch it to the end.
He would strategically play with his toys closer to the room. When he tried to get out, said, "Nah, come out here, sit in the living room, dog. You gotta see it towards the end.
You gotta see it, bro.
You gotta see it towards the end."
Oh, that man sick. No, come out here. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the death.
And I told him, I said, "Hey, man, I've lived through some shitty sports moments, man, and you got to do it too. And I don't care if you're 4." You got to start somewhere. Okay.
He said 4.
He is 4. But
he is 4. He's not even remember it. He's just gonna feel it.
Oh no,
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna remember that shit.
He is now.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have before.
Nah, he's gonna remember it now. But
that's dope.
But yeah, man, I love every minute of it. It's a very, very cool thing to experience and to see the kids kind of grow up into their sports.
My daughter broke my heart. She said, "Go Ravens this weekend."
Your daughter?
Oh man.
You know what I told her? You know what I looked at her and told her? I said, "That's why your quarterback's not going to sign back." And she looked at me like, "Damn, Daddy." I was like, "Yeah." Then she changed her mind. Then she changed her mind and said, "I like the Cowboys and the Ravens."
All right,
and I was like,
cool.
"No,
I'll accept it.
I didn't." But I was like, "I got to." But I said, "You're gonna pick one by the time you die."
I'm about to say that. I said, she 1 foot in the yard for you, Russ. She already 1 foot. So she 1 foot there, she 1 foot here.
Hey,
you just got to go ahead and pull on the other end.
I know she'll come to the good side or dark side, whichever way you have it. No, Boogie. Put on this navy blue shirt.
All right, man. So we're gonna go over to the next game. Another quarterback that came out on fire.
Woo!
Fire!
Yeah, making some money.
Yeah, CJ Stroud said, "Hey, y'all niggas talking about Bryce Young,
bruh,
Max Duggan. What the fuck about me?" And
mention me.
Yeah.
Mention me. To quote the great Roderick Davis, "You talk about quarterbacks and you ain't mentioned me."
Yeah,
man. That was a great ass game. But I will say this, y'all, and I know y'all watched the game. At the end of the game, when that kick was missed, didn't it look like one of them old sports black movies when you saw CJ Stroud's face and it looked like the whole game was gonna pause and say, even though CJ and them lost the game that day, he went on to get drafted by the Indianapolis Colts to win a Super Bowl. Oh, faithful. And I was like, because that man was sitting there looking like, bro, blood, sweat, and tears. And you literally kicked that shit out the window.
I know. And then you see Noah Ruggles.
Bro.
Noah Ruggles went on to sell insurance at Geico.
Bro. And then ... Then gets fired and develops a drug habit. He can't go back to Ohio State, man. He can't. That was literally watching one guy want to snatch victory out the jaws of defeat, and another guy saying, "Watch this." Like, you want to see a fuck up? Like, nah, man.
Hey, after the Michigan loss, that made me so happy to see Ohio State lose. And you know what's funny? You know what's real funny? I don't know if y'all noticed this, but there was a guy holding up a John 3:16 poster, and Noah Ruggles said, "You know what? I'm going to hit that right there." This nigga just kicked it and it went straight to it. I'm like, I know I love Jesus, but this nigga really must love Jesus because he was proving a point, dog.
Oh, my God. Nah, Jesus said, I ain't got. Jesus said, hold up. No, I have nothing to do with this. Nope, free will. Jesus said, Jesus said, free will. I gave him time to practice. He didn't do it. I gave him time to study. He didn't do it. He was nervous. That was not me. Do not blame your Lord and Savior Christ.
Pitched down his own leg.
Oh, honest shit. I got it, man. That man blew his load before he was ready to get to action. But that ball was terrible.
It had no shot.
Look,
okay, hold on. Here's the question though.
And then before
it happened, didn't y'all think, okay, like I was gonna hit you up, Boogie, before the kick. I was like, nah. But didn't y'all think this game's over? This man's a chip shot.
I was literally about to say, like, oh my God, Ohio State did it, because at the beginning of the game, I literally was like, Georgia's about to run these cats. There was nothing in my brain that told me that Ohio State was going to go out there and put up a fight like that and have a game like that. I thought for sure that Georgia's defensive line would make CJ Stroud look like a broken bag of potato chips.
Dog.
But they didn't. And it was a great showing.
All right.
So shout out. Hopefully Marvin Harrison Jr. is doing okay. That was
and I was about to say that. I was like, they had us in the first half. I ain't going to lie. I was scared. I was nervous.
No.
I cut the TV off. I took a nap.
You did not.
I did. Like Sterling, Russ, I was convinced. At one point, I was like, oh, yeah, the goose cooked. I said, when CJ came out there and fired off them 3-1s, I said, oh, it's going to be a long fucking day.
He got hot. Hot and fresh grease.
Quick. And I said, it's going to be a long day. I was like, if they don't slow this motherfucker down,
And they couldn't.
And I said, "Oh shit." So now with the Marvin Harrison thing, now I'm gonna say this, like, a lot of Ohio State people were, oh, it was targeted. Look, man, I sat there, I watched the shit a few times, and as a defensive player, I cannot say that was 110% targeting, because when I watched it, I saw old buddy's the back of his name on his jersey with his shoulder leaning forward. He didn't lead with his head; he led with his shoulder. Now I know you said that. Look, when you see a guy and you catching the ball, the one thing you want to do is this: I got to draw this bitch loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where the shoulder play came in. Now, these things happen in a split second, and you have to make these decisions in the split of a second. I don't think that was really targeting. I just think that it was just, he tried to make a play on the ball, and the play happened. It happened how it happened. It's football.
I believe it's football, and I don't believe any bang bang play is targeted.
Yeah.
I'm just being straight up.
Yeah.
Because y'all have heard me say it 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times again, man. I believe football is the most dangerous sport you could play, and I believe if you choose to play it, we should pray for you, and we should hope for the best and try to make it as safe as possible. But that shit is not safe.
Yeah.
And if you try to catch a ball and you're going full speed, and the guy that's taught wants to keep you from catching the ball, that's his job. And they got NIL, so yeah, that's his job to keep you from catching the ball. Like, the only way to jar a ball loose is how? To swat it loose or hit somebody so hard that they drop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it was a targeting. I don't think the dude was being malicious. I just think that it was a football player, and I think nowadays we have become oversensitized. You know how they say everybody's desensitized to shit? We've become oversensitized to football, and I believe it's because over the years, in order to make billions of dollars, football has let everybody in. It has let the soccer moms in. It has let the people that never watched football before in, fantasy footballers. And so a bunch of people that didn't grow up watching football or watching old school football, I should say, enjoying, oh, you got jacked up and things of that nature. Like, we have all said, yeah, we agree the game needs to be safe, but we don't throw our hands up in arms. You know what I'm saying? It's like when it's a football play, when it's something malicious, like you pointed out, like targeting should be something malicious. Like college football, if you're listening, targeting needs to be something malicious. Y'all are looking for a key term, malicious. There you have it. You can tell if someone's putting their head down trying to crack somebody's skull, and you can also tell when it's a bang bang. He caught the ball. I'm running full speed. The ball's coming this way. We all are going at the same trajectory. We're gonna collide. Like, we gonna collide. If my head hits him, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen. And most of the time when we see those type of plays, and I believe it was in another game that we might touch on a little bit, was the Tulane USC game. Yes. We saw the DB collide with the receiver, and it was sad to see, but that DB was fucked up. So it's like, how is I don't believe that anybody runs up to commit a tackle thinking like, I'm gonna fuck myself up too. You know what I'm saying? It's bang bang. It's like bang. Oh shit, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, discombobulation is, and it's what you saw. The dude on the sideline, like, oh fuck. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was malicious. I just think it was a football play, and shit. I hope that Junior's good.
Sterl.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I think people, especially if you never played the game before, and none of us played at that level, but football is football at the end of the day. And I feel like the refs, they shouldn't be they got too much stake in the game, dog. Mm-hmm. Like they're I feel like, maybe I'm just wounded right now, but I feel like
wounded.
I'm wounded.
The man said I'm limping.
Hey, they just got too much say. It's like they don't. It's too much emotion or bias. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's too much put on their plate.
Yeah, and these refs are not even, the college refs are not even good. Let's be real. They're not even good.
Man, we have questions about the pro ref.
Every major game is like, dude, like that's a missed call, or what was, especially the targeting thing, man.
Like, can I say, like, real talk, because I'm glad you said the refs. And let me ask y'all if y'all agree, because I think that everybody in the world would agree. Like, I think the refs need to, you have all these, like, commissions and these organizations. Like, why isn't there not, like, a big-ass, like, ref? Or it could be a multi-billion-dollar industry to ref every sport from grade school all the way up. You want a ref? Go there. You go to ITT Tech to learn how to work on shit and become a specialist. You go to college to go learn certain shit. Go get a degree in reffing. You know what I'm saying? You can make a good job, make a good living doing it if they made it a full-time job. We need good refs. Like, we literally have refs out here that don't know the rules at times.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And some refs we see, I think more so in basketball this happens too, but it happens in football too. Refs get caught watching the game.
Yeah, dog.
You can see it. Like, they're like, oh shit, like that one boxing ref that makes all the faces.
Oh yes.
You'll see a dude get mossed in a game, and you'll look at the ref behind him. He's like, and you're like, you forgot to throw the fucking flag, cuz like you over here looking at the play, like, oh, nice catch.
It's always a brother too. It's always a brother.
Sadly,
that nigga,
it is.
He over here thinking this.
We be watching the fuck out the game. We be watching the fuck out the game. And don't piss him off, because the next play he calling holding.
It be them.
I missed that one. Oh, okay.
Tell me if I ain't wrong. Hey, every brother got a friend that be doing them be a security guard for them sporting events, bro. Tell me y'all ain't got a friend like that, because I know I do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
That nigga be talking about, yeah, nigga, I was watching the game, nigga.
That's all they do,
bro.
That's all they do.
Nigga, butt nigga running by you running the field. Nigga, what you didn't guard your post. You didn't guard your post.
The yellow ass shirt and shit.
I know. He ain't in my area.
Yeah.
If you notice, why do you think they always running the same way when someone do something? Look, they always running like they catching a shit. Because that's that ooh shit I fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna fire me. Damn. No, I'm not mad at them, but I was just saying when you refs, I was just like, there needs to be a ref school or something, bro. Like,
I agree.
The DeVry of reffing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're out in the streets and you out here selling drugs, my nigga, go ref. We need you.
All right, man. So
stop spinning the block.
All right,
go call block on the block for these basketball players. My bad, bro. But go ahead.
But no, man. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, I mean, with the TCU, we'll go with with the TCU with Georgia. They're meeting up in the national championship now. So I mean,
it's a good one.
That's all I can hope for. Like, I would be broken if Georgia got upset. But a small piece of me will be like, damn, TCU, look at y'all, man.
Look at you. I know, it's like TCU is like the youngest brother that's going pro.
Yes,
TCU is like, oh, he doing it.
Yes.
Oh. As an Oklahoma fan, I'm sitting here like, you know what? Fuck it. Go.
And I think that's what all of Texas is looking at it like that, because we remember TCU as being, the small school, and that we're
bro,
inferior
they went from Conference USA to the college football playoff.
I just want y'all to know,
and won a game against Michigan.
Everything y'all are saying hurts right now.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that.
It all hurts.
This is the equivalent of what Boise State, Boise State did to Oklahoma in the Cotton Bowl. This is the equivalent of what happened to USC last week. It's just we didn't see it because they made it to the Big 12, but these boys in Conference USA, then they made it to the Big 12. Why do you think Baylor fans are so pissed off? Because they wanted it to be them.
Yeah,
like the other us. Yeah, the other little brothers of the Big 12. Like, if you look at if you ask Texas fans and Oklahoma fans to look around, we're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Oklahoma State and TCU, y'all would have been the ones. And TCU, you did it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
It hurts. It all hurts.
No, that was TCU didn't have a 30 for 30. That was SMU.
But they will now. They will now.
Hey, and guess what? SMU, now that giving players money is legal, it's going down. The Pony Express is coming back. Y'all just made what they already did out here in the D legal. You see them jerseys got fresh quick.
Yeah.
They said, hold up, wait a minute. We'll get them some new knits.
Yeah.
Hey, every player on the team got $36K off the jump. It was like, damn. Yeah, hey, man, come play football for the Pony.
Hey,
like you gonna get paid.
What's so messed up is, like, I know a lot of people living in Texas. They all texted me. They're all TCU fans now.
Wow.
Niggas ain't talked to me about TCU all year.
But Boogie, you have to tell them no. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, see, look, I hate Texas football. You know what I'm saying? But as an Oklahoma fan, I hate them. But they have so many young men that have played football in the state of Texas in high school. TCU does too, that when they get there, no matter what team it is, if it's a Big 12 team, it's got a lot of youth like Texas football players on it from high school football. So we're gonna root for them. Like we're gonna root for them. We're gonna find out where they're from and root for them. Shout out to Shadrack. You know what I'm saying? For the east side of Houston. You know what I'm saying? North Shore. Hey, I was told about you. And you, hey, number 19, you put on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Daniel Tomlinson's son. You know what I mean? Hey, like, you know, hey, and getting the quarterbacks from Iowa. So that's fitting that he beat Michigan. I'm sorry, I had to get that last. Ha! Stand in that.
Okay. Hey, just remember, remember when Oklahoma comes back around, I'm gonna be on your ass. On your ass. On your ass.
And you know what? It's not gonna be in the next 4 years because we got Jackson Arnold.
Okay.
Hey. And if you're watching high school football, we got the kid from Denton Guyer. And we got his safety. Shout out Notre Dame for not being able to seal the deal, but this isn't a recruiting show.
No, man. No, I'm gonna get your ass.
But it is. It's full circle. You know what I'm saying? TCU, the little brother coming of age, he's the first Big 12. They're the first Big 12 team to make it to the final in this playoff format. And Oklahoma being like 2 or 3 times getting our ass whooped. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's why I'm kind of happy. Like, yeah. Like, we finally made it to the championship. And even though we leaving and going to the SEC, good job, TCU. But Georgia's tough. So I hope y'all going to play hard. But I think Quentin Johnston's going to have a game. I'm just going to put that out there to the people. Quentin Johnston is going to have a game.
Both them receivers. They're both nasty. They're both good, man.
They are, but Quentin
Johnston's different.
We're going to do the receiver show next week.
I cannot, by the way, I cannot wait for that show. I got a lot of, I've already been putting hours into it, but just the wide receivers specifically for our listeners, I will be ready for that show.
You know I'll be ready. Hey, Chris, and keep the tape because Sterling, we both do this, so we got to keep track of our top 5 and see what they do at the next level.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to see. Because receivers, that's one where I kind of stick my chest up and be like, I want to see what you got, Sterling. Because I know quarterbacks is your thing, Sterling. So, you like all the positions, but kudos to you, quarterbacks. You be hitting on those. But receivers, them boys that catch the ball. That's my lane, so I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see your list, man.
You was right about Pickens. You know,
Pickens.
You were
Wilson,
saying
Garrett Wilson.
We knew about Olave.
The famous one we're gonna have to get. The famous one we're gonna have to get the homies on because I told y'all like this as Buffalo fans, but years ago I was yelling on the phone to my homie Shotgun that Stephon Diggs was better than Michael Thomas, and like. I literally got laughed at. I got told I was stupid. I got told I was crazy.
Really?
I got told, bro, everything in the book. And then, but I mean, later they were like, you was right because Stephon Diggs ended up being a top 5 receiver the next year, blew the doors open with the Bills and is what he is today. But receivers, I don't know what it is. No homo, I am addicted to that position. It is ridiculous. I don't know, man. Y'all are
Michael Thomas before injury was pretty damn good.
Well, he was.
Yeah, but like whenever I seen Stephon Diggs, I was just like, dog, this dude's just different. Like he's just a different.
Y'all good at segues, but nah. That's not the either or today, fellas. But now I'm just. But no, I want to say this before we move on to the either or. I will say this.
Shout out Shotgun.
Oh, what's up, Shotgun? Real shit. Shout out. No. They did. No, I was so mad, bro. Like, I'm literally like, I had to hang up the phone and call my nigga back later and be like, yo, y'all can't be like doing this, bro, over the football. Y'all laughed at me like I'm a bitch ass nigga. Like, but they really didn't. No, it was horrible, bro. Like, it was horrible. But I will say this though. Before we go move on, since Shotgun, I know you're watching. Tulane, nigga, ha! That was the best moment of. You asked me what's the best moment of this college football playoff weekend, and I'm gonna say it was that. It was watching Caleb looking at Lincoln saying, "Different jersey, same result, nigga. You can't stop a nosebleed." And I was like, he might transfer back just off of this game, but no, Caleb, you're better than all these niggas. But we've got Jackson now, so we've moved on. And I am so glad that y'all lost. Now, USC can do whatever they want next year to the best of luck, but Deion's going to be on your ass. But I love Caleb. I think Caleb is the best quarterback and ever of all time. But, hey, eat it. The Mean Green came in there and stomped y'all with the best looking green uniforms I have ever seen, or helmets I have ever seen. If y'all watch it, them green helmets were fire. Tulane, good job. Lincoln Riley, fuck you in the terms of just being an Oklahoma fan. But as a person, I hope you have great, success in the rest of your endeavors. Shout out Malcolm though, my homie Malcolm X. Yeah, Malcolm Epps. You know what I'm talking about. Shout out. He plays for USC.
All right. So,
hopefully I see you soon, Malcolm.
You got something to add before we move on to the next segment?
Man. Hey, Russ is the ultimate troll.
Dog, what?
He's the guy that if you lose, you can't have Russ around because he is going to make it worse.
Do this. Bro, no, you know what? I am from the school of to the victor go the spoils. Y'all want to hear a story though? Like seeing with my girls in town, like I've passed on that gene. You know what I'm saying? Like I was playing Operation with my daughter, and like she managed to get a piece out after me like just nagging her the whole time, and so she gets the piece out. She looks at me, says, "I did it." And she said, "You're a poopy head." And then she threw the operation tongs at me and said, "I win." And I was like, "Man, you ain't even won the game yet." But long story short, yeah, she ended up crying and running upstairs saying, "I'm never playing Operation with you again." We play again. We might. I don't know. But I passed that gene on. She called me a poopy head and threw the tongs at me, bro. What kind of little child? I hope she never gets.
You raised her right, bro.
I did. Though. I was kind of happy on the cool. I was like, "Yes, talk your shit."
But yes, most definitely, dog. Most definitely, fool.
I have made people, and I am their leader.
He said, "I made people, and I believe." All right, man. Let's go to this either or here. All right. So this either or, Russ, who we got for us?
So today I got to either or to bend your minds and break your brains. All right. So we got, and this is going to be college only. Again, I repeat, college only. Do you want? This is one game for all the marbles. You can put whatever players you want around them. It doesn't matter. Do you want Tim Tebow or do you want Joe Burrow? Again, college only. Go.
Joe Burrow. It's not even close.
I won't say it's close.
It ain't close. It's not close.
It's close. It's close. Because so this is how I look at it. We've seen what Joe Burrow has done, and people are lauding this class. You know that team as one of the best college football teams of all time, and Tim Tebow is one of the greatest college football players of all time.
One of the greatest college football teams of all time.
Yeah. Now, Tim Tebow quarterback mechanics is not nothing to write home about. We all know this; it's been well documented. But he's
college only.
Yes. But he still won. Now I gotta agree with you, Chris.
Dubs.
I'm cool hand Joe. You know, I'm a cool hand Joe guy. You know, but I don't think it's as clear cut because Tim Tebow in college would pull some shit out his hat, and it would be like, say for instance, it would be like fucking 3rd and 7. Everybody's fucking covered up. This cocksucker, and I'm sorry, I'm a Georgia fan. And he would just take this bitch. Hey, you, whoever you are, defensive end, come here. First down. Like Tim Tebow would just, it was like God was like, hey, here you go.
He was.
Like, here you go.
Tim Tebow was literally God picked up the sticks. God said, "Man, he prayed for me every day. I might as well hold up."
And it was like he didn't do it anyway. He did it. He just did it however he could do it. And I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, man. I'm going with Joe Burrow, but I just don't think that is a close. I think it's just closer than what we think it is.
Joe Burrow statistically had a season that will not be matched by any quarterback. I mean, yeah, Tim Tebow in 3rd and long got lucky. But Joe Burrow,
no.
Hold on. Joe Burrow, 1st and 2nd down, he never had to be in that position because he was so lethal, dog. Joe Burrow was just Joe Burrow beat Alabama at the peak of Alabama, right? Like, and you know, we talk about like Tim Tebow and that legendary team, but like what Joe Burrow had at wide receiver was just unfreaking real, dog. And so
Tim Tebow has some dogs as well.
He had Percy Harvin.
Yes.
He had a couple tight ends. Aaron Hernandez.
A couple. I'm gonna say name it. If he didn't,
I can name them. I can name them all.
Oh, we can. The teams were stacked. I got the teams. We could go over the teams.
Both the teams were stacked.
But because I know when it all boils down, I said you could put any teams around them, but you're gonna look at the 2008 Florida Gators, and you're gonna look at the 2019. I'm sorry.
Yes.
LSU Tigers.
Right.
Now, me personally, I am going to pick Tim Tebow. I worded the question as such because I wanted to make sure that it was understood that it's college, and Tim Tebow don't lose in college. The Alabama team that you talk about was baptized through the fire of Tim Tebow. And if we all must remember that, Nick Saban could not beat Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was not there.
Saban, though. That was early Saban.
What's early Saban? LSU won a championship with Saban in 2001, and
but he
2003.
He switched programs that had to build that thing up.
But I'm just saying, still, he was, even though he had to build the program up, it's still Saban. He's getting dope players. If you go look back at those Alabama team, they had some dogs, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Tim Tebow was treating them like children. Now, I will say this though, I give it to you. Having Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on your team is going to do a lot for your stats. You know what I'm saying? But we're looking at a guy that doesn't lose. We're looking at it like in Tim Tebow. When he did lose, he apologized and never lost again. On God, and I mean that. No pun intended.
Yeah, he did.
You got Percy Harvin, Jeff Demps. Who else was on that team? I believe. Let me see. Chris Rainey was a running back on the team. Joe Hayden was Joe Hayden. You mentioned him. Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper,
K.
Dog. Cam Newton was a quarterback backup on that team.
He was.
The 2008 Florida Gators needed 30 for 30. That's possibly one of the best teams ever put together with a bunch of criminals. They had the Hayward brother. Was it not was Hayward? Not Hayward. The brothers.
Oh, Pouncey brothers.
They had the Pouncey brothers, who I believe was a plug. Don't kill me. They had Jack Rabbit. They had Jack Rabbit.
Janoris Jenkins.
But be that as it may, the teams were stacked. But I believe that in college, in one game, Chris, we're saying one game in college, you're playing. Well, we throw it back. You're playing in the championship game.
Joe.
And you could either have Joe or Tim Tebow.
Joe Burrow.
Give me Tim Tebow.
No.
But there's no way. There is no way you're going to beat, bro. You know what I'm saying. Here's what I'll say. I want you to go look at the 2008 Oklahoma Sooners, and I want you to go look at that team and how powerful on offense that team was, and how they lit up college football. Wait. No. Peep this. No, because everybody's talking about Joe Burrow's stats, and I'm saying he would light up the scoreboard, but we had that type of team. Like literally, Bob Stoops said that year, "Yo, the only way we're gonna make the BCS title game is if I run up the score and do as much as we can on offense," and they did it. I'm an Oklahoma fan, but that was just amazing to watch a coach tell people, "I'm not trying to be an asshole. We about to run this shit up." We went in the game against Florida, started running that shit up. And this man went in at halftime and basically said a bunch of words. And I know you smack your lips, and we all do. But gumbo, why you call him gumbo? Because what is gumbo? You put a bunch of shit in a pot, and at the beginning it looks dusty and dirty, and it looks nasty. But stir it.
Russ, you my favorite.
Hold on, but stir it.
You my favorite.
And then
you
when
are
you get
my
to
favorite.
And hey, Boogie, you from Louisiana? What happened to gumbo? When you get to the fourth quarter and it's stirred, it becomes stew. And it's delicious, and everybody can eat it. And all you got to do is trust in the process.
Okay,
on
first
God.
of all, you can't. First of all, stop. You can't talk about gumbo on this show, because I remember months ago you were talking shit about gumbo, and Boogie had to correct us both about that gumbo. Secondly, I knew that you was going to bring Oklahoma into this. Oklahoma ain't got nothing to do with Tim Tebow. I knew you was going to do that shit.
He built his legend on our backs.
Stop. Stop. Joe Burrow all the way.
He stepped over us. He stepped over. Give me gumbo. Give me. If I have one,
I knew.
If I have one college football game for my life,
you should be a pastor, because you know how to just take it out of here and just bring it to life, baby.
Bro,
you were called by God to just pontificate, my nigga.
Bro, the man won multiple national championships at quarterback without being able to throw. I am done. Like, you can only do that if you are touched by God. And he was. And he spread the gift to a bunch of criminals on his
Preach
team.
that gospel. Preach the
Bro,
gospel.
I'm
Preach
trying
it.
to
Hallelujah.
tell you.
Preach it.
I'm trying to tell you. Lord, please forgive them for what they do outside of this 100. But when they hit this 100, praise Jesus on God. Hey, we going. Hey, to the ship. You know what I'm talking about? And riding out on that motherfucker. I swear, gumbo is the truth. I hated Florida, and I don't like Florida. Coach Prince, you hear me out there. I don't care for Florida football, but that man was the best college football quarterback I have ever fucking seen besides Vince Young. We can get to that another. But they're the only two guys I've ever seen win a football game in a national championship by saying, I ain't gonna throw, and y'all can't stop me. Like, I'm not gonna throw. What you gonna do? Tim Tebow made niggas eat it, and Vince Young ran by people at 6'5" with a 4.3 speed. So, like, I'm sorry. You can have Joe Burrow, you can have all the stats, but give me the guy that's gonna get in the trenches, and when he gets in the huddle, everybody's gonna look him in the eye and say, "Yo, I die for this dude." I knew a guy. His name is Brandon Antoine. Shout out Brandon. He played for Florida at this time. He played defensive tackle at this time for Florida. And remember, he came back to Dallas and we was kicking it. And he told me face to face, he said, that motherfucking white boy is the coldest fucking football player I have ever fucking seen in my life. And I would die for that motherfucker. He was like, I would crawl into any trench with him. I will play with any 4 quarters. He said, Tim Tebow is the best fucking leader ever. And I'm just saying, this is from a guy on his team. I can agree with that. And so, like, if he got guys that are just willing to, nah, man, give me Tim Tebow 100% of the time, because I know every time, like, my guys are gonna go out there and give they all. They literally, they playing for a quarterback that can't throw. like you gotta love a man to help him out, and he can't play his position. Like, I'm playing, guys, I'm really a glorified fullback, but I fuck with y'all. Ride with me, and they rode, and they rode, and they
all
rode.
I say is this. All I will say is this. When I seen that boy Joe was in some little dive bar in some part of Louisiana, and he was just get the guy. I said, "Oh yeah, this motherfucker got style."
Nah, yeah. He's divided.
Let me tell you this, man. You good with me, Joe. You good with me anywhere you go, Joe Burrow, and I don't care which fucking spelling you choose of your last name. Some people in Louisiana was kind of offended. I'm not. I embrace it. Go put the O at the end of your shit, nigga. The EAWX.
That shit was kind of fire. Did that senior night.
I like that. I thought it was a nice little touch.
No, I fuck with Joe Burrow too. But I've never seen a guy galvanize the troops like I've seen Tim Tebow.
But yeah, I will say
that's true.
Tebow will get he will get a bunch of motherfuckers to
he get eliminated at a piss boy.
Yeah.
He gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Tim is one of those guys that if you are down and you need
bring you up.
You need somebody to bring you up. He is that guy. But I'm sorry. if we taking the 2019 LSU Tigers and the what's called, I'm going.
Now I will tell y'all, we could. This will lead into a whole nother either or. But I will tell y'all got them 2 receivers. But I am coming with the Janoris Jenkins and Joe Hayden. So I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Florida had what it took to make it
I can't say who would win the game because I feel like Florida gave you the speed, but they also gave you the toughness. Like, they were tough to beat. I don't know if LSU could have beat Florida back then. That team,
major
bro,
right?
That team, they were solid on offensive line and defensive line. I mean, All-Americans on both sides of the ball. You had an All-American corner, Janoris Jenkins. They had linebackers that, oh my God, they were so good, dude.
Asking what kept it together. Ask them what kept it together.
Urban Meyer did.
No, hell no.
You ain't gonna give it to Bo, man.
Hell no. Urban Meyer is a great recruiter. We have found that out. He's a great recruiter.
Yeah.
That's
he
it.
He is. Yeah, he said that's it. All right, so
that's all, folks.
All right, so that is our either or. Whatever you decide, that's on you. But this was our decision.
Put it in the motherfucking comments. Put it in the motherfucking comments.
Let us know who you pick. You know, we talk back, as you can see.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe, so that bell will bing when we give you new content.
Indeed, baby. All right, so we're gonna go over to the NBA now. We're gonna start off. A lot of guys had a big game. Big games in the NBA. But let's start off with Donovan Mitchell, who had a 71 point game, 10 shy of Kobe's. What was it? 82? 81. 10 points shy of Kobe's 81.
Bruh.
Yeah. So Russ.
This is what okay. If y'all know me, y'all know I always call this time of year when football is starting to get to its climax and decline, and NBA starts. Something about hoopers, we just wake up after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? This is when the new year comes, and this is what I call the hoop and turn up, and it is here, bro. Like, nah, that shit is just like, I don't know, like 71. How many words that we see on TV? Like, Wilt, we didn't see it. Kobe, we saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, we saw it. We can watch it over and over again. Like, I think that I'm speechless, bro. I didn't expect Donovan Mitchell to be able to come up with a 71 point game and it not be a nigga playing 2K. And not because he's not good enough. I just never, like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't strike me, but he did it. He's here, and it was beautiful. I'm trying to see his percentage he shot in the game because that's the only thing I haven't looked up was the percentage he shot in the game. Because
he had 55 points in the second half.
That's crazy. He's always been a streak shooter scoring like he scores in bursts. Mm-hmm. But that, like 55, like what? Half. That's like what are you nuts, bro? Like what happened? I would love to just to ask him, like, bro, really what happened at halftime? Like, what made you just say, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But I swear it's something in the air around this time of year from now to like when spring comes to about the All-Star game. Guys are going to have crazy ass games. It's something about this New Year's time when basketball just starts to go on this ascension to the spring and playoffs. Like we're going to start getting those Saturday night games. But yeah, no, it was just a really, really good night. I really want to see that percentage.
I'm getting it for you.
Okay, yeah, because I always like to look to see at the shots taken.
Yeah, so he was 22 of 34 field goals total. Including in that was 7 of 15 from 3-point land, 20 of 25 from the free throw line.
Hold up. You said 7 of 15 from 3-point land. So he shot about like what 47% from three or something like that. And then like, did you say he only missed 12 shots in the whole game?
That's it.
Like, okay,
and 7 of them was from 3.
And so these are things that I look at. You know what I'm saying? Sports Plug Russ looks at when he sees these big, crazy games. I see the point totals and everything, but I like to look at the inside. And when you see that a guy played 48 minutes and only missed 12 shots, 12. Could you imagine? And you're the focal point. So you're getting, as you see, he shot, what, 40? Was it 40 shots? How many was it?
He shot 32 total shots.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. So, no, I told you wrong. So, hold up. He shot 34 total shots.
He shot 30, guys. 34 plus 34 is 68. You scored 2 points per basket. The man was raining threes.
And not only
look at the percentages, people. Like the way that these guys are going down and hitting shots in this. Donovan, you got it, bro.
If you go look at his shot chart, outside of the 3-pointers that he made, there was nothing mid-range. Everything else was at the basket.
Because he's getting to
the rack. He
is literally looking like D Wade with a jumper.
Yeah,
and I use that analogy a lot because that's a dangerous archetype. But he literally does look like D Wade with a jumper. He's got the explosiveness. I don't know about the defense. We'll see. But anyway, but the comparison's out the window. 71 said 10 away from Kobe. That's insane. And did you guys
see how he was getting his buckets? So like it wasn't like he was using the pick and roll. I mean, this dude was taking people off the dribble, like just abusing the Bulls off the dribble. DeRozan, one of the best defenders in the league, in my opinion, couldn't hang with him. Taking these dudes to the rack. I mean,
and that adds on to it. Like
His night was special.
When you're talking about the guys that he's giving it to, and one of them's DeRozan, and DeRozan's not a slouch. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm a percentage guy. Like as far as like when it comes to shoot, like if you could tell me you only missed 12 shots in a game, I'm sorry. Wait, what was it?
Russ, talk to him about how many shots Allen Iverson would take in a game. He would take about 30 shots in a game
and have like
30 something points,
35. I think that's the thing. Like,
put that into perspective.
But that honestly, I will give credit to this day and age's NBA. They shoot more jumpers, but these guys are more cognizant of that. Like a lot of the guys when they do go off, or a lot of the good ones when they go off. Like we saw KD do it a couple months ago when he shot like, what was it? He shot like 70-something% from the field, going for like 49 or some shit. It was fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's shooting difficult shots, but I don't know. The 71 was nuts. I know we're gonna go over. You know, Braun had back-to-back 40-point nights. Luka looking like the MVP. The 51, he got the pops. He got 54. Pops said we just want to keep him under 50, and he did that after going for 60. I watched him just a couple nights ago for like 39 against the Rockets. 40. Maybe that was last night against 40. The Rockets, and it's like. If you watch, let's just go ahead and get into the other one. Klay dropped 54. Mm-hmm. LeBron had his back-to-back 40s. Giannis had the double nickel versus Washington.
Yes, he did.
A beastly 55. Like most of the time, like you see, and I'll give credit. Like I give more credit to Klay's 54. I give a lot of credit to Bron's back-to-back 50s. Donovan's carrying a team that's ascending, and that's just amazing. Get 71, so I'll leave him out. But when you look at these other big outbursts, like he's getting Giannis getting a double nickel. He doesn't have Middleton, his second best player. Luka doesn't have any second best player. It's just him and the guys on the Mavericks, and we're hooping. Like the guys in the Mavericks, y'all are good basketball players, but he does not have a true number two. Yeah. Most teams are looking for a true number one. He don't have a true number two. Nico, Mark, get this shit the fucking together, guys. You have the best player in the NBA, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, but you can't find a fucking guy to play next to him. That's all I can do. I'm not sure what to do with my hands. You know what I'm saying? I just want to wave them in front of my face in anger. Like as a Mavericks fan. Like get this shit done. Who else did we have? When I say Clay's doing it with, I believe Steph Curry is still out while Clay's doing work. What they say they wrote Klay off. Klay didn't write back. And then like again, the Lakers are trash. That whole fucking team. LeBron, you should be pissed off. That team is built terribly. From the ground up and from the top to bottom, it is like a slumlord trap house apartment complex nobody want to live in, and Bron up in that bitch because he got to stay there for a couple years while he get his shit together.
With
like
it's
with bed, but a lot of them and roaches. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but for him to come out here, like that's why I think, like as we get closer to the end of LeBron's like career and at the end of all this. I think one thing that we can appreciate that he did better than anybody else, bro, is like he understood that like we come to see you hoop, bro. Like you are a specimen. You're cold as fuck. We just want to see you hoop, and he never disappoints, dog. Like his teams can be shitty, his teams can be good, his teams can be in the middle, but that nigga gonna be great. Like he gonna give you 28, 25, 28 plus. Like he gonna hoop, he gonna give you some amazing games where you just wonder what the fuck he's like. So shout out to Bron because we would not as basketball fans and fans of his, we wouldn't even have been mad at him if he would have just been like, I'm gonna pack this shit in, bro, because this roster is trash. You know what I'm saying? And like, why would I waste the rest, like these last remaining bits of my years on this when clearly this guy is good enough to help a team win a championship? So it's not his fault that the Lakers are this bad. So I feel sorry for that man, but I love to watch it. I just think that that shit is crazy that they can't get it together. But the big explosions, shit. Thank you, basketball, because y'all did a lot of these explosions on a terrible night of football. So basketball had our back that night with a lot of other things to watch, and they showed us. But besides that, I don't know if y'all had any others. Oh, I think one other shout out. We didn't have it in the rundown, but I did see it while I was looking up a lot of things. De'Aaron Fox, man. Shout out De'Aaron Fox dropping 37 in a game winner for real. Good shit, son. And he's quietly been hooping. Shout out to the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, looking like a top fucking 2015. Put him in there somewhere. You can't guard him.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. You can't guard Tyrese Halliburton. He putting on the show. So a lot of good basketball. Keep paying attention because this is the time of the year where the basketball starts to ramp up to get us going towards the All-Star break, which of course lets us know who's going to be wrecking shop in the playoffs.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to our next segment. So as everybody should know by now, Thursday, Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field in the middle of the game. And Skip Bayless, the infamous Skip Bayless, tweeted out a tweet basically saying that that the thing shouldn't have been canceled. It should have went on because it's a very important game with a lot of postseason implications and things like that, and things of that sort. And people responded, and there, you had a bunch of mixed emotions and different responses. A lot of people jumped on Skip's neck about this tweet. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to defer to you guys as far as like, how do you feel about it? Was it insensitive, or do you think that do you think that the timing was off of it, or what do you guys think? Let's start with you, Sterling.
Yeah, first of all, do you have what he said? Can we read that for the listeners? I'm looking forward to, because when I read it, what did he say? I want before so I can give it its justice of my reaction, because when I heard it Monday night, Tuesday, or was it Monday night is when he tweeted it?
Mm-hmm. I think it was. I think I got it here. If this isn't the exact tweet, forgive me, but I think I do have it. Now I know I was hooked on phonics as a kid, so don't make fun of me. No, I'm joking. No doubt. Yeah, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Bayless tweeted, as a medical personnel tended to Hamlin on the field, "This is late in the season. A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." So that is the most quoted part of the tweet.
Okay, so what he said was not wrong.
Actually, that's the whole tweet. My bad.
But what he said when he said it was wrong. Like, if he would have said that later, today. Tomorrow,
today,
tomorrow, it'd be fine.
That's one thing. But the fact that he said it while the kid is laying on the ground dead, okay, Damar Hamlin died on the field. Mm-hmm. Okay, he had to be resuscitated twice before he even got to the ambulance. That to me is why, and I hate cancel culture, but somebody needs to do something about Skip Bayless, because him saying that is off base. He completely insensitive, and I'm just gonna put it like this:
cancel culture doesn't exist. It only exists if a woman gets harmed. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
But
we gonna get fucking canceled. We gonna get fucking canceled.
It's the truth. It is the fucking truth. But go ahead. It's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. I'm not gonna say it again. So if you didn't hear it, rewind that shit back. It's the fucking truth. Go ahead.
With Sterling,
as a white male speaking on a African American male who has died on the field, I think and the connotations that go with that are and perception of what people already think. You shouldn't say stuff like that. It's bad. It's bad.
I have to agree. Like, I got to agree with what he said. I didn't find anything wrong with what was said, just the timing of it. And I felt like, if, like how Sterling just said, if it was said 24, 48 hours later, I wouldn't think nobody would have paid much attention to it. But it is a question that, at the same time, it is a pressing question. And like, I remember I was talking to Chris, our producer, about this. And Chris said, he said, "Look, man," he said, "this is a show, and the show has to go on." And and Chris is one of the biggest Bills fans that I know, and he says that nobody is going to want to play after seeing that happen on the field. Nobody can get their mental and play. But Chris was saying that yes, you do need to get this game situated because of the postseason implications, and it's a very important game when it comes to
very, very.
But on the other hand, a dude did lose his life, and I think that humanity needs to go ahead and take a step forward. And
at the time, and is fighting for his life right now.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to add that because
and I think that humanity needs to take the place of sports, and we got to be humans, at this, so, and that's where I'm looking at it, and I don't believe that nobody should cancel nobody. I think that it should be just an understanding and a dialogue. Skip Bayless, like, he's no stranger to saying off the wall shit,
and that's my problem. That's my problem, is that, like, you lose the benefit of the doubt because you've come out and made some dumbass comments so much before. Like, it's like now you're doing it for attention. It's like Rush Limbaugh. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what it's like to me. You had no business saying it. And when you're at that level and you have that big of a platform, you need to be careful about what you say. And so it's one thing if we say it, because we're not on that level, right? Did we all think it? If we're honest with ourselves, what he said, we thought it. Like, what are they going to do about this game?
Yeah,
we thought it. As sports fans, we thought about it.
I mean, that's
human.
That's in any
right.
If a guy that fixes electric lines falls and dies, the electric company is going to think, how are we going to get this electric line up? Like, we still have to get, and it's not necessarily a poo-poo this guy, how are we going to get this electric line up? It's like, how are we going to get this electric line up knowing what had just happened? And we still have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where the NFL stands. Now, as far as, like, Skip's concerned, I'm like, he's wrong, but he's been wrong. Like, Skip done made a career out of being, like, really disrespectful to athletes and really disrespecting their craft and acting as if it's not what he's used to catapult himself into the fame he's got. He's a heel. Like, that's what he is. Now, as far as canceling, I don't believe in cancel culture, of course, by what I said earlier, even though joke or not, that's the truth. But, like, I don't live by cancel culture. But, like, when someone does something like this, like, you have to make a decision. Like, people made a decision that they don't want to listen to Rush Limbaugh on mass media. Like, we make a decision that we don't want to hear. Anyways, I'm not even gonna bring up his name because he's to be nameless, but there's a certain reporter that people didn't like. They got rid of him too. He's a black guy, used to talk a lot of shit. The people he used to be on Fox with Acho. Take a guess. We didn't like him. He kind of disappeared into the wind. So I think that it's time for him to do so. Nobody really watches. Let's just be 100% honest. Like, ask yourself, why do you watch Shannon? It's because of the guy that he has across from him.
See, he didn't even say the name. He said, "Why do we watch?" He didn't say First Take. He said, "Why do we watch Shannon?"
I mean, my bad, Skip. Yeah, I'm saying my bad, Skip. But see, I couldn't even say it right because it was on my mind.
We all watch it for Uncle
We
Shay.
watch Shannon, Uncle Shay. We watch you, bro. Like, I was supposed to say, why do we watch Skip? And it's because the nigga across from him. You know what I'm saying? And it's Stephen A. Yeah, see, thank you, but you caught that. Like, you caught that. Like, yeah, he uses us to climb really high. But, like, y'all can read that. Sean wrote a paragraph.
Okay, hold on.
But thank you for the comment nonetheless. But no, I think that Skip, like, he's in mass media. He needs to make some sort of apology. I believe he, in a way, doubled down on it. Like, he needs to be gone. Like, and plus, I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, this is just coming from me, and I hope that people that watch Sports Sushi and people that begin to watch Sports Sushi fuck with this, because this is the type of energy that I'm bringing 100% of the time. Like, we can agree to disagree and debate and disagree, but all that negative bullshit and condescending bullshit is out the fucking window, bro. Like, niggas ain't trying to talk sports and do that shit no more. We ain't trying to talk sports and have someone act like I'm an idiot or I know more or this like condescending and negativity shit that Skip brings. Like, we don't need it no more. We don't want it no more. We watch shit like The Pivot. We watch shit like the new First Take where Stephen A got a bunch of different guests instead of him just doing his own thing. We watch my bad. What's it? The real no, we watch Get Up, but I'm not. What's it? The real my Bates. The veteran linebacker Bates. I'm sorry I ain't got your full name, but it's one of the best podcasts. We watch the non-negative. If you got a joke to tell, we gonna tell jokes. You know what I'm saying? These gonna tell jokes. KD, I'm on your scout forever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're one of the best basketball players I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and will be one of the best basketball players I've ever seen. So I think that, hopefully my curtain don't fall. And so, like, we in the hood for real. Nah, we are not doing it at all. But but it's a very, very, very trap-esque setup. But I just really think that that we need to just let him go. You just need to let him go, man. And to Shannon Sharp, like, you don't need him. You could go be on Speak for Yourself. You could literally, people would say, damn, Russ, it's like that. Nigga, you could go Shannon Sharp, you could copy the same thing First Take got and do that shit. And we would watch you with different guests every day talking shit about sports, bro. Like,
isn't that kind of what he's doing on his own platform, the Club Shay Shay?
It is, but there's a different vibe between Club Shay Shay and like an early morning, like you got your cup of coffee, I'm listening to sports, banter. Like, it's a difference. So we need both, though. So Uncle Shay Shay, if you're watching, we need both. So keep both. Yeah. But I really think that if Fox was smart, they would tell Skip, like,
bye.
Find somewhere else. I'm sure Rush Limbaugh got someplace that'll let his ass talk, you know what I'm saying, and pay him to do so. Skip will find some place that'll let his ass talk and pay his ass to do so. And they need to just let him go. Like, he's a heel, bro. Like, and we don't need no more heels. If I ain't watching the WWE or some wrestling program, I don't need a heel, bro. Like, I don't need a heel in sports, dog. Like, I don't need it.
It don't work no more. That type of media is played out, bro. Like, it's over. Like, stop, man.
Yeah,
that's what's so frustrating about the whole thing, man. It's like, you being a media, you have different access to different information before we even get it. So like, that should just tell you that you should be on the up and up about the information that you put out there and the things that you say. And so, when you come, it's like he has no respect for the culture. And what I mean by that is, man, it's like, I get football as a game, but as an African-American male, and we talked about this last spring, and the stories that come out about these kids going through what they go through to get where they are, to get on the field, to lay their entire life on the field in a certain play, and for you to get up there and say what you just said, if I saw him on the street, bro, it's on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna catch hands.
And I'm not gonna hit you, Skip Bayless, because you probably
I will.
You'd probably sue somebody. Don't hit him because he's gonna sue you, Sterling.
And I'm gonna take his Jordans.
Now that, I think me and Skip were the same side.
That's some real nigga shit, and I'll give
Skip Bayless, I will rock your J's. I will rock your J's. And Sterling, don't go to Colorado, nigga. Or Denver.
Oh, shit.
Don't go to Colorado, nigga. Because I'm going to get a new pair of J's, Skip.
They say go sharp side this nigga.
But it's not, all jokes aside. Don't take Skip's J's and don't beat him up, because Skip will sue you like that little nigga sued John Morant. You thought I forgot, Boogie? John Morant said, if you can crawl, we can brawl. Special news break. John Morant will beat your ass in a pickup game if you talk too much shit, no matter your age.
Hey,
my man.
John Morant's a little hoe for that, though.
No, it was a girl. It was a girl, dog.
Even worse.
It was a 17-year-old girl, dog.
Stop it.
Yeah, bro.
America, I am sorry. This is the first time I've heard.
What kind of girl? What kind?
You know what kind of was. Stop.
I don't know.
Stop it. Stop. What other kind of girl would be in a position to fight John Morant? But anyway,
okay. No, they didn't say it was a girl. They just said that He's being sued
Bro.
for allegedly punching a 17-year-old during a pickup game.
Because that's what I read. And when you said it was a girl, I was like, come on.
It was early in the morning. I thought it said she instead of he.
It made my last comment sound brutal. But no, I was about to take everything I said back. Because you can't hit a 17-year-old minor. But you can hit a 17-year-old minor nigga that's talking shit up in the wreck. You can, because OG's got to teach lessons. And Ja, I hope you made it worth it. I hope it was worth it, nigga. Hey, Donald, I wasn't gonna get into it, but it was a rocket New Year. It was a rocket New Year.
So now,
nigga.
So we gotta go ahead and talk about it now, all right? Since Ghost brought it up, let's talk about it now.
Breaking news segment, nigga.
I don't know what she said to him,
bro.
Hey,
I seen the TMZ interview where Dana, went ahead and spoke on it. And he said, it was a lot of liquor. He didn't say what they said. He just said it was a lot of alcohol, but that doesn't excuse the fact that they both were in the wrong. He was like, I talk to them kids. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. I care about
mommy.
So, and I'm like, dog, like I'm sitting down watching it, and and everything started off.
My mom was on that bullshit. I had to show my daddy Pip and strong in the
face. Hey, but she popped back real quick though.
I was about to say. I said she jabbed his ass just like one of his fighters had she said, Pip.
He said my Pip hand strong, and she said, "Nigga, please, nigga." She said, "I'm gonna eat that up."
She struck first though, like
as always. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm sure.
And I want to. I just want to know what was said. Where she just gave him the cleanest straight jab,
bro.
Like she just gave him, just said, "Oh, what, Pip," and he went ahead and he had to be like,
his inner Ike, Ike came out.
This bitch just hit me,
nigga. That nigga looked and all he saw was anime. He said, "Oh shit, cake, nigga."
And then he pushed her.
Yeah.
Muff. Yeah, that was to let her know, like, bitch, I'll do it again. You better get away from me.
Hey, kudos to her though. She took that on the chin and got right back up. Was like, let's go.
Hey, let them handle their problems. Don't look like anybody gonna kill anybody. So shit, let them handle their problems.
I mean, I'm sorry if they talked about it and let them folks deal with it in their household, man.
Oh, they talked about it later.
They did, man. That
but it's different though, bro. Like it's different in them kind of households, man. Like in our culture.
Nah, that shit hanging over your head, Jay.
I'm still laughing at the fact that he's hit the mommy, the daddy. Why you hitting mommy? Cause your mama a bitch ass nigga. That's what I'm sorry. Let's move on, bro. That nigga Dana pop up out of a sudden in one of our windows. What the fuck you talking about, Russ? Nothing. I've seen your leg kick, nigga. Hopefully you've never kicked her. Nigga.
Oh yeah. Phil Baroni got arrested, killed his girl in Mexico. Shout out to Ghost, man. Ghost staying on top of it, man.
Bro, we gotta get Ghost on this bitch. We need a special guest, Ghost. I'm trying.
We right there with the UFC shit, Ghost.
Summertime.
Yeah, summertime, man. We're gonna have to get Ghost on here, man.
Fuck Brett Favre though. Fuck Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, we gotta
everything he stand for.
Old Silver Fox.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and get on to the NFL. Damar Hamlin is the guy that the focal point of the sports world right about now. If you don't know, quick recap: guy had a cardiac arrest on the field during the Bills Bengals game this past Thursday. It happened in the first quarter. He was down for 9 minutes. They had to resuscitate him twice before he got to the ambulance. He is still in critical, but his vitals are normal. Is it?
I think he's still in critical, but they're normal. But I think his uncle came out and said he had another heart attack. But he's still in the critical state. But from what I gather from everything that was being said by all the doctors they put on TV is like we won't know about being stable, good or bad for another day or two. Mm-hmm. And I think this type of shit happens. But I mean, it's a crazy one.
But this is something that doesn't normally happen in football. Like this is not a common occurrence.
I've seen it before though.
In football?
No, in the other football.
And I think
soccer. I don't think any of us have seen it. Only the people. Maybe Chris has seen it. We all remember it. I think that's what happened to Hank Gathers on the free throw line. If y'all don't know who Hank Gathers is, he's the basketball player that had a heart attack on the free throw line, went into cardiac arrest, and sadly bit the bullet. RIP. And then the one I was really talking about was that I saw happen on TV. Was like, y'all know I watch soccer. And so I think it was the 2008-19 or 2020 Euros. Forgive me if I got the year wrong, but I think his name is Dennis Eriksson, or Eriksson is his last name. Forgive me, he's from Sweden. But he was playing in the Euros, in the Swedish, we're having like the jump off game. He was going for a throw in. And the reason why I'm not like a genius or nothing, but I seen what happened to Damar Hamlin before, and I saw it with him. Because like he had the same type of like, and just peel, like his body just said, "Ooh, something's wrong," and just cut out. And they had the same issue on the soccer field, like, because he had died. Like, he had died, but they had to bring him back to life. And then they ended up, but this happened. I'm not gonna like get on soccer. Like, it's a totally different scenario. Like, it happened like basically like at halftime. So they ended up coming back and playing the rest of the game. So I'm not really gonna be on soccer's head for that, but when I saw what happened to Hamlin, I was like, yo, that dude is like not good. I was like, he's sad to say, but I was like, yo, that dude's heart stopped working. Like, because if you go look up the Eriksson like throwing and the way he felt, like the same, like the way the body like tensed up and it was like done, like the same thing happened. I was more just like, I'm not one to immediately jump to, who can we blame or who can we get mad at. I'm more of like try to find out, what caused it. And so I'm still kind of interested in what causes cardiac arrest, because a lot of times when this happens, the person has a pre-existing condition that they don't know about, or that has just happened at that moment. And on top of that, when we hear the doctor say these type of things, like a lot of people, or some people, however you want to talk about it, they're saying that, oh, the blunt trauma. Well, doctor said, like, in order for you to get a cardiac arrest with some blunt trauma, like, you need it to happen like on a timing pattern of like everything's got to happen to the millisecond right to make it happen. So I don't think because it was such a routine, and it wasn't even a vicious hit, it was a routine football play. So I'm not going to assume too much. I hope that he is okay. I hope he continues to stay alive and get better. But I do want to know what caused it, and I do want to see like how it came about, because I don't think that it was just football that made it happen. I know it's easy for everybody to say it was football that made it happen, but when a doctor comes out and says, yeah, man, blunt trauma to the chest has to be perfect, if you're talking about freak accidents, like, then I'm not one to just push blame. So that's the angle I'm coming from. So if it's a freak accident, it's a freak accident. Then we need to pray for Hamlin and then see how we can move forward. But as far as everything else, no, they shouldn't have played the game. I'm not one that believes they should have continued the game. I don't know how you can, go about finishing a game like that, like after you see a guy die and have to be resuscitated on the field. Yeah, so I think they should play the game again. I'm not like, yeah, but I do think they can. Like, I guess that would be a better way of putting it. I think they can play the game at a later time, but I think that not playing the rest of the night, and I think the NFL did a good job. Now, the whole rumor about the 5 minutes to play, I got two trains of thought on that. I think that maybe someone who works with the NFL probably was like, yo, took it upon themselves to say, yo, this is a bad situation. This is something that may happen. Let me make sure that if we do happen to fucking end up playing in this fucked up situation, the players are ready. But I'm kind of with Troy Vincent. I don't think that the NFL was like, yo, get ready to play. I think when something like that happens,
I do.
Okay, all right.
Let me tell you, because I'm past the point where I give the league the benefit of the doubt. Because at the end of the day, they're all about money, and
True.
They're all about views, and they're all about rating. So, yeah, I feel like they did say, 5-minute warm-up period, but then the head coach is on the field was like, hold up, let's go talk this through. because if you look on the field, I mean, you see players from both teams bawling their eyes out, and we ain't playing this game. So they had no choice but to save face and go, you know what? Until we hear an update, then I guess you guys aren't going to play the game. You see what I'm saying? Like the NFL has shown us time and time again that and we talked about this, that they're never in a position to where they make the right decision. It has to be forced upon them or shown. Say, he's here, sucker. This is what you should do. So
Sure.
I feel like this situation is no different. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do think that like one of the things that we're not talking about with Hamlin is what the league is going to do to take care of him moving forward. Now, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about he's not a vested NFL player yet because I believe you need 3 or 4 years or something like that. So if he doesn't play again, he doesn't get paid.
Yeah.
What is the league going to do to take care of this man?
They're going to try their best not to talk about that.
Absolutely.
Because we all know what that's going to look like.
That's
and
my problem.
They're not going to talk about it.
And that's my problem.
I do believe football is one of those sports that let me say this. I can understand why they don't give guaranteed money, but I do think they need to give guaranteed life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Like
or
for not even life insurance. Like they need to give guaranteed. Like if you make the NFL, you have insurance for life.
Yeah. Look,
whether you're on the practice field, whether you're on the games, whether you're a star, if you make this high level of this is risking your life type collisions, and risking your body type collisions. Look, we're looking not to go on too far, but because we're gonna go into week 17, we're looking at Lamar Jackson literally look at the Ravens and say, yeah, nah. Like we could talk about the injury and everything else. We know he's looking at them saying, yeah, bro. Nah.
I don't know, man. The NFL is a double-digit billion-dollar profit organization. Yeah. You would think that somebody would say, you know what, man, even if they gave this man $20 million, I think that's fair. And free healthcare?
Yeah.
No, I think
Why can't they do that? Why can't they do that?
Oh, they can.
They're greedy. They're greedy.
That's a small smidgen from each team. For situations like this, like the Damar Hamlin thing, I think there should be a special allowance where they take care of their family, or take care of the player and their family moving forward.
Sadly, it's the Booby Miles effect, or it's the college player that gets hurt before he cashes out, before they had NIL. Yeah. Like sadly, it's that. Like and we free healthcare for life for sure. Like they should give if you make I'm to the point of saying if you make a professional league, you should have free healthcare for the rest of your life. Hell, I rolled my ankle the other day, past 30, and this shit is ridiculous. Like and that's just rolling an ankle. I can only imagine having played football for fucking 5 years or 3 years and being beat up, and the NFL saying, you didn't meet the 5-year mark, I'm sorry.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Learn how to pay for all this shit. But before, y'all were giving me pills, shots, everything else to be, you figure it out. Drug addict, suicide.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where it leads. So, like, but like, I really think they should do something to help the kid. I hope that they do. But we all know at the end of we have to wait and see. I mean, when it comes, y'all will come to know me as a person that when it comes to wait and see type things, when it comes to like people doing the right thing, I'm always gonna be like, they ain't gonna do the right thing, but we're gonna wait and see.
They got to be told. They got to be guilted,
especially in
right
business. Especially in business.
Yep.
When it comes to business and the NFL, the way they do business, it's really sad that's probably is what's gonna happen. But hopefully they get enough pressure. Hopefully the kid gets well. Erickson was able to play soccer again. Hopefully the kid gets well. I don't know though.
Yeah,
but I hope that they're able to. Even if he does get well, I don't know if I'd risk my life again like that. No. But I do hope they do something to help the kid. But we all know that's the sad thing about the sporting world business. It's kind of like you have all this talent, but we only give you the one shot.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Draco?
What's up, Draco? How you doing, brother? All right.
Hold up, Draco. You like Philly? Because if you like Philly, fuck Philly.
He's a Falcons fan. He's an Atlanta fan, and
gross.
He's an angry
Y'all losing the worst way possible all the time. Philly, let me introduce you to Sports Plug Russ. Yo, bro. Y'all the 28-3 lead. What is this? The Falcons lose the worst games ever. Welcome to sports. Welcome to sports sushi. No, I know you. Okay, guys. This leads into our next segment.
Yes.
Okay. Cause so like, I'm the Dallas Cowboy guy. It's the love 'em, hate 'em.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why does Russ love or hate the Cowboys? The reason why I bring up all these bad things about other teams is to let you guys know that this bullshit being peddled across the airwaves by a certain individual that's saying what bad can happen will happen, and the Cowboys have a black cat. Those individuals that say these things from 9 a.m. to about 11 a.m. Central Time on ESPN, they have no idea what they're talking about because it happens to every fucking team. Now, let me tell you this week, a new segment is Russell Johnson, the fucking Cowboys whisperer, is going to tell you why he loves or hates the Cowboys at this moment in time. I love the Cowboys this week. Last week, you know what I'm saying, we handled business, did what we had to do. This week, I think that we can make some strides, but I don't think we will. But I still love them. But this is a different type of love. This is like a love of like, I won't kick you out the house, but I'm not going to buy you shit. Like, you'll have a roof over your head, but I'm not really gonna do much else for you. But I still love you. But
this that I love you, you funky bitch love.
Yes, you know, I'm not gonna send you back to your mama house. But
you dirty funky bitch, I love your ass.
I'm not finna call you when I hit Popeyes on the way home. Like, that's not finna happen. I mean, because this is why
this nigga said I ain't gonna buy you nothing to eat.
Nah, but I love you though. You got a roof. I ain't gonna let you be cold. You know what I'm saying? You got a bed. God. But on the way home from work, when I go get some food, I'm getting some shit for me and me only, and you can eat by yourself when you find a way to eat. But but I love you though. I'm not gonna let you be homeless. So Cowboys, that's where we are. I do love you, but you have all the answers to the test, but you don't want to make an A. And so that's where we leave ourselves in this love. Hopefully going into the playoffs, I'll feel better, but I don't know if we're gonna get any type of I guess you could say warm up for the playoffs. It looks like Ron Rivera is kicking the bucket. He might play all three of his quarterbacks Sunday. The Cowboys have locked in the 5th seed, and we look like we're going to have to play Tom Brady, which I'm not excited about as a Cowboys fan. It looks like we're locked into that seed. So we're not going to – looks like we may not start our starters or have a need to. We have a slim chance to make the bye week, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because for that to happen, the Eagles got to lose to the Giants. The Giants have pretty much said we're happy with our standings. We've locked ourselves in, so you might not see anybody but the third stringers. So, you know, it's a loose love. I will say this, moving into the week, I expect one thing, because I don't expect a lot of starters. Kellen Moore, this will be the time for you to show us that you can call a fucking game and be consistent about it. But that's you know, any questions, that's about it. You know, I love him this week, but it's a loose love. I'll leave if I have to, but I ain't going nowhere.
I like this segment. I think we need to keep this going throughout the year, though.
I'm the realest Cowboy fan ever, America.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that like
I will tell you the truth.
We can do this segment throughout the year, but yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We need to. It's every day.
We'll talk about it. Because I was like, we could take this as the basketball season where we kind of talk about some.
If it's basketball, I'm gonna switch it up because there's certain players that I can love and hate at different times.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Anthony Davis, I hate you and your body right now. We don't need to get into it. Injury.
This nigga never let this nigga AD make it, though. This nigga is
because, bro, y'all heard me, man. I was on the top of the mountain of the hill. Only person rooting for AD more than me was a nigga whose last name was Davis with a unibrow. And that's a family member of his. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person that would root for Anthony Davis harder than me. I'm not even from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But he frail. But, he's a great basketball player, but you're frail, my nigga. You frail, and you know it.
All right.
You know it.
All right, so what we're going to do...
Ritz Cracker Kid.
All right, man. We're going to go to the week 17 roundup. Wrap up here. We're going to review, the bigger events that happened during week 17. I'm going to start it off. I love the motherfucking Saints right about now because We pulled up. Yeah, I know. They're like, oh, you played against Gardner Minshew. You played against the backup. Well, guess
Don't
what,
matter.
bitch? Guess what, bitch? We
Don't
got two
matter.
backups that we started this whole year. All right, okay, all right. And I don't want to hear it. Our backup was just better than your backup.
Can I
that
raise my
particular
hand?
day. Yes, you can, Russ.
I
Go
just want
ahead,
to say
dog.
this one thing while you're talking about the Saints versus Philly. Philly, you trash. And you know why you trash? You lost to an NFL team that played two quarterbacks. And one of them niggas ain't a quarterback. He a glorified tight end, running back, fullback, slash wide receiver, slash just give me the ball and let me make it happen.
And that's all I got to say. And I want to say this. You take Jalen Hurts out the situation. What do you have?
Trash.
You put him in here, what you got? You got 10 and 1.
Trash.
You got 10
Oh,
and
I'm
1.
sorry. To me, I'm from Dallas.
Yeah.
Trash. You got garbage. Dumpster juice.
Shout out to you, boy. Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, I knew.
Stop. No.
I knew I liked you, Ghost, for a reason.
We will not let you guys prepare yourselves to next year. We're going to stand in now.
All right,
trash
yeah, stand in now, okay?
But Philly's more garbage. And they lost. You know, I want to also say this. NFC North. Could y'all please do something about the Packers?
Yeah, bro.
Please.
Yeah.
Like, why do they run y'all like this?
I don't know,
like,
bro.
What? Like, they have had their work. They have literally tried to give it to you guys. Kirk Cousins got chain snatch.
Primetime Kirk, dog. God
Jettas. I love you. I love you, Jettas, but I gotta get you.
Shout out to Jair Alexander.
Jair Alexander. Shackles. Lock his ass up. Hey.
Bust the gritty in front of your face.
In front of your face after telling you, what's this? You're doing 5 to 10. What? Yeah, nigga, you're locked up. Shackles. Slavery, nigga. And then, hey, 1 for 15? Y'all know I love receivers. My man Jettas was out there with them good handcuffs, the ones on your arms with the long chains to your ankles. That nigga was out there doing them baby steps. Jair, is it lunchtime, nigga? You gonna eat your cornbread? Because you not finna catch a first down, nigga. Stop it. Nigga, hey, real talk, the Packers are scary. It's one thing about being sorry throughout the season, but the scariest teams always turn the fuck up when it's close to the playoffs. And what the Bengals do last year, turn the fuck up when it's close to the playoffs. You gotta watch it.
All right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna defer this to Sterling. Sterling. All right. So I want to ask you a question on this particular game. Not game, but this particular situation. Do you feel that the Raiders handling this Derek Carr situation is like, what do you feel about that? They're benching him for the rest of the year. I know it's like the last 2 weeks, but they want to preserve him from injury so they could potentially trade him next year.
I mean, Derek Carr hasn't had like injuries in his career to where it's politics. Derek Carr is not the problem. I mean, I think he's an average NFL quarterback. I just think it's more Josh McDaniels and him don't click. And I think that they're moving on from him. And so they want to, they know they're not making the playoffs. So I don't know if it's one of those things where they're trying to get better seeding in terms of for a draft pick to go get their quarterback. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's for someone who's played for that organization his whole career. I think it's kind of classist how they doing them. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all suck with him. Y'all definitely gonna suck without him. Mm-hmm. So
I disagree.
So Jarrett Stidham's your starting quarterback.
No, we're gonna lose these games
right now. No,
Jarrett Stidham is my quarterback because Derek Carr. It maybe it's not you, maybe it is us, but the shit ain't working.
It hasn't been working for you.
What did Lauren Hill say? It ain't working. It's not working, my nigga. But so one of us got to go, and it ain't gonna be me.
I just think how they're handling it. I think it speaks volumes to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where you could handle it better. Josh McDaniels is a straight bitch ass nigga.
He is,
bro. So I expect it. I expect stuff like this from him, and that's just how he gets down. So yeah, I hope Derek Carr plays. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I hope they play the Raiders and he lights their ass up.
Now Derek Carr probably done, bro. He probably gonna be clip cord.
But he's not that bad. I mean, he's average. He's not Mac Jones, or he's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's not the worst quarterback that's starting.
He's he's not. Okay, I'm not. This is not a Derek Carr sucks kind of thing I'm coming at. Now I'm gonna speak from the Raiders standpoint. We've tried this, bro. And if I was sitting Derek Carr down, I would tell him like, bro, we've tried. Like this shit is not working. We gonna trade you wherever the fuck you want to go. But one thing we're gonna do is sit your motherfucking ass. Cause did you see CJ this weekend? Did you see Bryce Young this weekend? Have you seen Will Levis? Do you know there's a kid named Hendon Hooker coming out in this draft? And this is just me speaking in my GM seat. Like, yo, I can't play him. The Colts are looking like one of the smartest teams right now when it comes to teams that accept their fate. They've gotten themselves from a team that looked like they might be picking top 10, win a couple games. So now the Colts are probably going to. Colts are going to end up with Bryce Young or CJ.
Let's be real. It's not like
they might be in the same division.
It's not like the Colts are getting Victor Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know, but I'm
very debatable whether or not these quarterbacks coming in are going to be really good.
All are. We can look at that.
What?
All are debatable.
Okay, yeah.
All rookies. Everybody is debatable, but there's one thing I can sell better than anything else in sports, and that's fucking hope. And if I'm the Raiders, I can sell a whole lot. Bro, the Houston Texans been living on hope for years.
Yeah, but they're Texans.
But you didn't let me finish. And then they got Deshaun Watson. It works, bro. Like if you sell hope, like the Mavericks when Dirk was going down, they sold us on hope. We didn't have nothing. And then we got Luka. You can sell them on hope, but the thing is, as the Colts, like, just go and draft the right guy. Texans draft the right guy. We could possibly have CJ Stroud or Bryce Young in the same division for the next, hopefully, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to do that if you go out there and play the guys that are going to try to win these games.
Look, if you're going to tank, then take Devontae Adams' ass out.
The Raiders.
Start pulling him. Start pulling him. The fact of the matter is, Derek Carr has been the same player that he was today, that he was last year and the year before that. So going into this season, if you really wanted to tank and go get one of these said quarterbacks, then your ass should have got rid of his ass this past offseason.
I think you gotta give it a try. You gotta give it a try though.
You don't. You don't. It's the Raiders.
But what you just say though, like you just said, like he's been the guy he's
My
been,
point
and
is,
that guy has always
exactly. Why do it now?
But because he's
1 game left or 2 games left in the season, last week.
Because you want to be an asshole, and that's what Josh McDaniels does.
Exactly.
But at the same time, Josh McDaniels also, to me, is a good coach. But I believe. But wait. There's a caveat to this. He's only going to be able to show how good of a coach he can be. And I'm not saying he's the GOAT. I'm saying he's only going to be able to show that he's a competent, good coach with all 53 of his guys. He cannot have people that do not fuck with Josh McDaniels on his roster. And it's going to take him a couple years to get that. And Derek Carr has shown he don't fuck with Josh McDaniels. So Josh McDaniels is going to be the guy that's there. So he needs to get him the fuck out of Dodge. And of course, you're going to try. I mean, shit. I got a quarterback that has made the playoffs. Let me try because I believe I'm a good coach. But you don't get out there with I'm sorry, what's his name? Stidham? What's his first name?
Jarrett Stidham.
Jared, okay, I had it right. Jarrett Stidham and get what he got, 40? He dropped 40, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Like that, and where's Jarrett Stidham from?
Oh, he's from New England.
Here's a 2. Here's another 2. We putting them 2 together. Like
we're not scissoring. We're not
scissoring. Sorry, Brittany. Damn it, guys. You know what? Damn, I tried.
That was you. I had nothing to do with that.
You edit that one out. You know what I'm saying? That's for the live people. Chris, take that shit out. Because that's gonna get me canceled. And Sterling, you threw the alley-oop. So
hey, we're a team. We're a team.
Get to the fucking power rankings. I'm done.
All right, yes. So let's go to the power rankings, everybody.
I'm done.
All right. We got the power rankings set up, Chris.
All right. So number 10, I got the Packers have made a foray into the top 10 by beating the Minnesota Vikings. Jared Alexander is everyone's hood hero this week for locking up Justin Jefferson, and he did not gritty. He did not do the gritty. He locked his ass up. So I got the Packers here at number 10. Aaron Rodgers is balling out. Hopefully they get a little bit healthier heading into the offseason, but I do believe they play the Lions this week, and that should be that if the Packers win, they're in. Next up, I got the Jaguars here, number 9. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Look, man, like they're the AFC South champs. They're stout on both sides of the ball, and I'm talking about in the trenches. They deserve to be in the top 10. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings. Listen, you can only live on a prayer for so long, bro, before it starts to crumble. I still think you're a good team, but it was just your week. It's the NFL. You're gonna lose, and boy, did y'all get your asses whooped. y'all ain't got nothing to say. It's you know what. Skull is purple. Them wounds are purple this week. Let's go with the Eagles, boy. Y'all, the Eagles. I swear to God, man.
Philly trash, dude.
Y'all, in the words of my guy Russ, y'all are trash. Y'all are a whole trash can. You're trash garbage. Okay, you suck. You suck. Rocky sucks.
Wow.
Rocky's not real, my nigga.
Rocky sucks, and the Sixers suck. You suck. So that's all I got to say to that. And your quarterback is trash. And I'm talking about Gardner Minshew and your boy Hurts.
Right now.
Number 5, we got the Jolly Green Giant, Justin Herbert with that hair. Hey man, look, Brandon Staley, they're getting it together. I think this is a team that's a one and done in the playoffs, but they got it. They only got one game to play. They're already locked in, so we're going to keep it moving here. Again, we got the 49ers up next. Look, man, y'all, you beat the Raiders with Jarrett Stidham. Like, you gets no credit. You gets no love. Like, your quarterback, and again, your quarterback name is Brock. Like, come on, dog. Brock. Purdy. Man, get up out of here with your country ass. Next is the Dallas Cowboys.
Damn.
The Dallas Cowboys. Hey, man, look. I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all want to be taken seriously, you got to go to Tennessee and put the beat down on them boys. What a garbage ass. This nigga ain't got no eyebrows quarterback. Okay? Like, y'all need to, look, stop being mediocre. Okay, I've been trying to hype y'all up for all season, hoping that you guys will take that next step. You show me glimpses, but the last 4 weeks, man, y'all been playing real mid. I'ma need y'all to step it up, okay? Dak Prescott, you included, bro. Get it together. Next, we got the Chiefs, man. Look, I'm mad at Chris Jones for slamming old Russell Wilson, just suplexing that little boy like he is just a little rag doll. I know, we talk about let's ride here in Bronco country, but man, you ain't got to do Russ like that. You made Sierra she was mad at you, bro, for doing him like that. Even though he sucks and he can't hit the broadside of a barn, I'm gonna need you to take better care of Future's little kids, all right? So, because he gonna get Sierra back next. We got the Buffalo Bills.
We don't want him back though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. We got the Buffalo Bills. Look, man.
Cool,
Hamlin strong here. I don't have you as the number 1 team in the league. I do feel like, if this has been one of the strangest seasons for the Buffalo Bills in memory. It's so much tragedy and just weird things that have happened on and off the field. And I just don't know how much fight one team can have to continue on. So it can make for a great story if you do win the Super Bowl. But odds are that you're going to have some sort of disappointment and you're going to win a game in the playoffs. But that might be it. Prove me wrong. But I have you as the number 2 team in the league. And right now, I would say that it's the Bengals. We've talked about this here on Sports Sushi that, they're playing their best football. And they got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and they've put together a solid enough roster, and they have just enough matchup problems for each team to have to deal with, and so they've won 7 straight games. Man, like, I don't know, I'm not going to sit here and say that no one can beat the Bengals, but right now I have to say the Cincinnati Bengals are the best team in the league, and that is the power rankings for Week 17. Or we in Week 18 now. We in 18? Shit.
Yeah, we headed into Week 18.
I don't like how you did my nigga Dobbs, bro. My nigga with the...
Hey, man, Charlie Villanueva over here.
My nigga rocket scientist, but the rocket fuel,
bro.
Singe the nose.
Nigga Russ, dog. All right, man. So before we get out of here, man, Sterling, go ahead. You got the play of the week, man.
Yeah,
home, brother.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I'm trying to pull it up here. Give me 1 second while I look for this. It's in here somewhere.
You can't find it like Josh Dobbs in his eyes.
I know. It's like it's gone, bro. It's gone. Okay, here we go. My bad. Here we go. I got it. Okay, so I wanted to first off. Okay, the reason why I'm showing you guys this play. One is Tom Brady. When I show you this dude's arm, that he still has it at 46 years old. It's crazy, and I don't know what kind of voodoo this man is on, but he still got it. Okay, this was a big game for both these squads. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this is in the second quarter. Carolina, and I'm going to give you context here. Carolina is up 14-0 at this point. And everything that Brady has done thus far in this game has been very, Brady throws the ball very short. He has one of the quickest release times in the league. So what I'm about to show you is kind of it's eye-popping because you don't see him do this that much because he operates very much in rhythm and on time and very quickly when the ball is snapped. So you see the Carolina Panthers here. They're in a base nickel defense. Okay, so that's 4 down linemen. You got 2 linebackers and 5 DBs. Okay, so you got Chris Godwin down here in the slot. And then you got Mike Evans, who we're going to be paying attention to down here. So Mike Evans, for those of you who don't know, is 6'5". Okay, and Keith Taylor is a 6'3" cornerback out of Washington, his second-year pro. So, so far in this game, like he's been doing really good in terms of like being in phase and staying with Mike Evans down here. So if you look down here, you see him playing. He's playing inside, so he's playing in phase, but he's trying to take away the inside. So he thinks that all right, look, Mike Evans is going to do a slant, he's going to do a post, or he's going to do some sort of curl or hook route. Okay, so that's what he's anticipating. So Tom Brady knows this and knows that he's only been taking short shots. And look at what he does here, right? He only looks at Mike Evans. And look at this. I mean, Mike Evans runs like a gazelle. I mean, and that's just clean. You're not going to find a cleaner touchdown than that. He just straight up torched this young man. But look again. Look at Tom Brady's head. Because he knows, he sees the coverage. He sees them playing up the safeties, and he just throws it over the head in stride for a 67-yard touchdown, man. At 46 years old, that to me, that is some quarterback play. Very impressive, and that is the play of the week.
All right. Hey, man, I ain't
Evans still got it, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Tom Brady has still got it. Shit, I thought that motherfucker.
He do, but my nigga Mike, bro. My nigga Mike made Johnny football. That nigga Mike Evans.
Yeah, but dog, he put it in stride.
In stride.
Yeah,
like,
in stride.
In stride.
Like he didn't even check off or nothing. He said it was just like the Dante Culpepper, Randy Moss on Darrell Reeves. He was like, Dante, this him?
Yeah.
Right here.
It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but there's so much that goes into that.
I think that was Tom Brady and Moss on Darrell Reeves.
No. Because
he called him a sniper.
That was D'Angelo Hall. D'Angelo Hall.
He had a rough go of it.
Yeah, bro. He had a.
I fear God.
Ooh, career ended.
Oh.
D-Hop.
I fear God.
Yeah,
I remember Chad Johnson put him on that list.
Yeah, D'Angelo Hall been on.
But D'Angelo Hall cold as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah.
He just been on.
Shout out to X.
Yeah.
No, he is cold as fuck. Like he had to guard all the coldest guys. And that's what happened.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna get got.
Yeah, he's battle tested. He battle tested. He just
But
some of the ones we got.
I fear God.
Pretty. Yeah. It wasn't pretty. All right, so that was our show today, man.
That nigga Nee said bye.
Yeah. He said, this is where I check out at over here. All right, cool.
Hey, Father Time said, hey, you nigga, right now. I'm
ding, ding, ding.
It's over.
Wrap that shit up. Got the wrap it up box, Russ.
Wrap it up.
Wrap that shit up, B. All right, man.
Up, B.
All right,
it's over.
Speaking of wrapping up, man, we want to wrap this show up. That is
shit! I thought we got sponsored by condoms. I was about to say, shit, nigga, we got the Trojan.
We ain't made it there yet, baby.
Oh damn,
we ain't made it there yet.
Playoff Brady is different. We are scared, but we don't want to talk about it because you don't have to live your nightmare.
We're gonna save that for next week. We're gonna save that for next week.
We're gonna save that for next week. Tune in next week. We have our wide receiver show planned out. It's going to be a big show. All wide receivers from top to bottom. We're gonna we're gonna squeeze in a couple other sports topics, but it's going to majority be a show about the wideouts.
Yes.
But please tune in. If you're not tuning in, you can tune in through Twitter, YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch is the other one that I was thinking about. You can follow us on social media at Sports Sushi, all one word, on Twitter, sports_sushi. On Instagram, you can follow me, at DJ Slow Boogie with I and E on all forms of social media. Russ, what can they find you at, brother?
You can find me on Twitter. I am RLClimbSP, or you could just go to search and start typing in Sportsplug Russ. I'll pop up. You can also find me at sportsplug.russ on IG. Also check out Sportsplug Clothing Co. We got cool shirts. You see Sportsplug hoops. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, shameless plug.
All right, sir.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Burrow Sterling. Also, my work over at BuffaloRumblings.com.
All right, everybody. Like I said, that was an episode of Sports Sushi. Please tune in next week, man. 2023, man. We here.
And we started out with USC losing. Y'all niggas trash. Like Philly. Bye.